Well, I was walking through here. I want to know, did you guys model this building after like the Salt Lake City airport? Because that's totally what it felt like. Is Jordan flying me cross country to do 3.5 minutes? And so anyway, though, I'm a college student. I know it takes a lot of energy. And so a lot of times I see like 5-hour energy commercials, and they're like, hey, take a 5-hour energy, put it in your favorite drink, and then tweet us, and the best one wins. Every time I see that, I'm like, man, I can't wait till some dumb college kid with YOLO as his motto puts a 5-hour energy and a Monster Energy, and then the doctor tells him he has a week to live. Sometimes I give blood, and I feel like there's 2 ways you can be judged when you give blood. One is people see you with a little thing around your arm, and they're like, oh man. Or you're like out to dinner or something with your mom, and they're like, oh man, what a nice person. And then the other one is you see a guy with the same thing, and he's like longboarding to the bus stop, and then you're like, yeah, that guy needs some money. And one time I was in the waiting room at the blood bank, and there was a poster that had a guy with like that was way happy, and I was like, was a donor, now a patient. I was like, that's not what I'm going for here. Plus, it didn't give any background, like why he's like that. I was like, did he put a 5-hour energy and a Monster Energy? Did you guys mess up and give him AIDS? Like, well, that one would be nice. Anyway, I'm young and I'm trying to avoid blood transfusions, so I like to eat healthy. So I look at ingredients of everything I eat. So I look up the ingredients of beer, and I noticed it was just like water, hops, and barley. I was like, man, it's probably the healthiest thing I've ever heard of. That's like superfood ingredients. Like, I should be having that every morning instead of oatmeal. And I could wash it down with a glass of wine made of grapes, get that serving of fruit. I'm halfway to a well-balanced breakfast. Another thing that's been on my mind is old people. I feel bad for old guys. Like, I know a lot of them are veterans, and that's tough. And I used to work at 411 and get directory assistance calls, and I always get calls from old guys just calling me a commie and then giving me a death threat. And I was always scared that one of them, I mean, I'm not scared of one guy, I'm scared that like a bunch of them, one of them would just rally the troops and they'd come after me. And so I mean, like I said, I'm not scared of one guy, but there's always strength in numbers, even if their average age is like 92. And then another experience, I was walking in a park with my friend, and there was an old guy coming at me. I was like, oh, hey, how you doing, sir? It was like, hey, watch out for those landmines up there. And I didn't know if he was warning me about some dog turds on the trail pad, or if he was having a Vietnam War flashback. I'm just glad I wasn't with my Asian friend, because then we would have found out the hard way, probably. Anyway, the new year is coming up. It's getting close to the end of the year. And I learned that the average city can easily spend like $60,000 on a fireworks show. I'm like, that's messed up, you know? Like, think of the children. You could put me through college or something. And so my proposal is, instead of that, we can save money and just make it a whole lot cooler if we just give everyone a hit of acid and then throw glitter in the sky. That's my proposal. So that's it. That's all my clean material.